Today, I'm about to interview Steve the motherfucking Dingle, man.
Stick around. Don't touch those dimes.
Well, let me tell you something right quick. We're setting up for a photo shoot. Look in there. Look back at me. Then, shout out Flico. Finna get shit going, man. Shout out Stevo. Shout out COUNCILMAN Studio. Yes, Sersky. Huh? We're back in this motherfucker, man. First, I just want to say, appreciate everybody for tapping in everywhere. You know what I'm saying? We live right now. COUNCILMAN Studios, man, Atlanta, Georgia. This is another episode of Miyoshi Radio, but this time, we got an exclusive guest with us, man. We got somebody who is so, in my opinion, man, he's like a model big brother, a model father, somebody who, like, if you were a kid in the neighborhood and you got somebody like him in your neighborhood, you should probably respect him. You should probably listen to him. He probably gonna keep you out of trouble. Man, we got an author, a father, a record label exec, a manager, all around good guy, and we got Atlanta City Councilman representative. What you running?
You're running.
Correct me. Candidate in the motherfucking building, man. Mr. Stevo Dingle. How you doing, man?
I'm good, man. Appreciate you having me. Yes.
Always, man.
Appreciate the introduction.
Hey, man. Got to, man. I just want to get straight into it, man. It's so awesome to have somebody like us. And when I say us, I mean, bro, once you take that suit off, you got tattoos like I got tattoos, and you know I'm black like you black, and when you see somebody in that space, man, especially, you know, somebody moving and shaking like you who knows entertainment, it just makes me, it warms my heart. It really does, man. And you know, genuinely, I appreciate the fact that you can be everywhere and, you know, still keep a professional profile. You know what I mean? Because I can't do that shit. I'm not a walking chew gum type of guy. Either I'm gonna be me or I'm gonna be, you know, so.
I get it. I appreciate it.
Yeah, man. I just want to tell you, man, as I was doing my research, I realized that me and you do have a lot in common, bro. I was born in Southern Regional, first and foremost. I spent my summers in East Point with my dad, but I spent, you know, the school years in Gwinnett with my mom. My parents also went to Tri-Cities. My grandma's still living in Henry County to this day. So when I see you talk about these areas and, you know, the different cultures and the different, you know, nuances that come with being from them areas, yeah. I be like, dang, man. So I guess give me a little bit of that, man. Give me a little bit of that background. You said, I heard you mention before, you know, you said your mom and your sister. Is it your mom and your sister was teachers, or?
Yeah, so my mom and my wife.
For what school district?
So my mom was in Henry County, then my wife just became a teacher within the past year.
Okay.
She was in the military. At first she did DFACs and stuff like that.
Yeah.
She's out in, it's what she said, KIP.
Oh, okay, so I had a cousin who went to camp.
Yeah, so her KIP, you know, there's several different.
Yeah, alternative schools is, yeah.
So KIP, and she's at, is on the west side of Bankhead, but their school is still a school that's designated for that area. So it's APS and charter at the same time. So yeah, so my mom's Henry County, my wife's currently in Atlanta.
Okay. Well, let's time travel a little bit. Let's take it back, man. What was it like growing up, you know, I guess Atlanta, metro Atlanta area, man? What was some of the culture? Give me some throwbacks, something that you remember from, you know, being 5, 6 years old. What's something like a staple in your childhood that makes it super Atlanta themed, Atlanta based?
Yeah, I was just talking to my wife the other day because I was watching the Dale Earnhardt docuseries.
The f is that?
Yeah, the race car job. It seemed like you knew the response to that.
Yeah.
Like, we were just talking, and I was like, man, I miss growing up in our era, which is that late 90s, early 2000s kind of phase, to where it felt like pop culture, whether it's entertainment or even politics, to where we didn't have our own personal customized cell phones and social media.
Had the same generic,
Everybody had the same. So like growing up in Henry County, like I was right next to Atlanta Motor Speedway. So that may have played a part in it, but also I feel like just as I'm watching TRL, MTV, or CB, just as I knew Jay-Z, I knew Britney Spears, or NSYNC, Bizkit, and just how I knew King Griffey Jr., Michael Jordan, I knew Dale Earnhardt.
It's too oversaturated now. Now all we get is pop culture. That's it. You know.
All personalized.
Yeah.
You know someone with 50 million followers on TikTok, but then you not know who they are.
100%.
In the 2000s, they had 50 million
Yeah. If you was popular, you was popular. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so, and here, I'll just answer your question.
Yeah.
Growing up to where I had that, dad was in Atlanta, mom was in Henry County thing, I had that cultural aspect of where when you're not in Atlanta, you're in Georgia. So I had that aspect, the race cars, the deer hunting and
So
stuff like that.
was it a difference, let me ask you this, on a specific note, was it a difference between going from where you were from, where your family lives, to, I guess, more inner city? Because I remember, right, when I was going to school in Gwinnett, I used to feel like I was rich, even though we ain't had shit, come to find out. But, I would go spend summers with my dad in East Point, and it would very much so show me that, like, your apartment in Tucker or wherever, Charleston, wherever you think you at, is a step above some people that may have to shop at the same corner store for all their groceries and all their amenities, like the same store. You know what I mean? And, I used to feel like I was rich. Did you ever feel like that going from one spot to another, or was it like a step up at all in any kind of way?
It wasn't about being rich. So I'm first generation Atlanta.
Okay.
Both of my parents were from South Carolina. Two different small towns. Like my mom, all the family stayed on one road. Like her house, it was 8 siblings. They had a farm. They didn't even have a bathroom inside the house. They had basically an outhouse. But as they got older, my mom was like the first one to move away, but everybody else was on the same road.
Okay.
And I still got 3 uncles and aunts that's still on the road.
Goddamn outhouse is crazy.
So they come from humble beginnings. But that circumstance that you described, where everybody goes the same.
Yeah. And it's like, you don't really realize it when you're young. You're just a kid. But like when I grew up, I was like, dang, I did used to kind of feel a little better than everybody else when I came back, I'm like, damn, I'm going back to Gwinnett County where where the white folks and the Asian folks so I felt like I was, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but I always had that understanding to where I grew up middle class. So I was born in East Point, but we had a 3-bedroom house there, and of course, and my dad had other children, but they were way older than me. So it was just me, my dad, my mom, and then we moved to Henry County, and we had my sister 6 years after me.
But now we talking space. Now we talking about having a yard. We talking about.
So I always grew up middle class, but I think that relation and understanding coming from South Carolina, that when you go back home to my second home every summer, and you see, like, it's not bad or it's not the hood, but it's trailers and it's just land. So when you come back to the home, the yard, in the city, or even in Metro Atlanta, Henry County, you just are always grateful for what you have and realize what the difference is. And then you have those people that you grow up with that may come from more humble beginnings, but my parents always raised me like, we play sports, we do a lot of extracurricular activities. So those kids who may have lived in those areas, I would go spend the night over their houses, they would come over to my house, and it never was.
It never clicked in your head,
I got a PlayStation and you don't. It never was you ain't got no PlayStation over here. It was just, I'm over at so-and-so's house.
I'm gonna bring it back to, again, that's just the difference between your generation and my generation, because I guess you can attest to it. In your generation, it wasn't necessarily about, like, in prom, pulling up Lamborghinis and this and that. And that. Now, so when I was younger, it was about like, oh, look at your shoes. Obviously, that's always been a thing. But as times go on, it becomes like, oh, like, bro, I'm 10 years old, 11 years old. I'm supposed to afford the newest shit. You know what I'm saying? But we learned at an early age that if who got it and who don't got it, who cool and who not cool. So it very much so was a stain, I would call it, on my childhood, as far as just like, again, being able to go to East Point, spend 2 months down there and be like, I know this is not my circumstances. I know this is not something that you know what I'm saying? So it kind of did give me a different mindset as a kid. And now that I'm like, damn, that must be a generational thing. Cause I don't know if, cause you're making it seem like, oh, I go to my cousin's house, I go, and it's the same. It ain't like, but they used to be like, all right, going on back on the Gwinnett, like you already light skinned and you going back. It's like, dang, so now I gotta wear it a little bit. So it's good to hear the other side of the story, man.
Absolutely. We didn't have that projection of the world. Like, in order to know what was going on elsewhere, you only had the pop culture moments. The only way I knew what was going on in New Orleans was Hot Boys.
Right.
So now you can hop online and see it. So now you feel like you're competing with the world, where in my generation, you're literally competing with your world.
Yeah.
So I had to go up in a Lamborghini.
Yeah.
Like a little BMW.
Yeah.
1990.
But even that was like, whoa, you got a car, you rented a car to come here? When it's like, no, my mom dropped me off.
Exactly.
So, yeah, okay. What did you want to be growing up?
Basketball player.
For real?
Yeah, that was all my life.
Okay.
Yeah, that was just, I played every sport, but like as I got older, it was like baseball fell off, football fell off, and then I just honed in on basketball.
I'm finna do this shit.
Yeah. I had some
what years?
But I fell off my senior year.
I was just about to ask you, what years of your life was you a hooper? Because it's certain years, everybody got them years, like them few years where it's like, I'm going to the league, I don't care what nobody say. What years was them for you?
It was definitely high school.
All 4 years? So you was locked in?
Yeah. I made varsity sophomore year.
Oh, this
we had an all senior starting.
Yeah, I couldn't sniff varsity.
Year, but you gotta take care of the seniors.
Stevo, I'm so bad at basketball, bro. Look, you can look.
Yeah,
Look. I swear to
you
God.
can tell how people walk, not only your height.
No.
But some people have
Yeah, bro. I'm gonna draw a picture for you. I'm gonna take a. I am not that guy, bro. And it's one of them things where like being 6 foot tall, 6'3", whatever. It's like you meet folks and the first thing they say, "Oh, what school you go to, man? I know you moving." Hey, man, man. Listen, brother.
Oh man.
Nah, that's something I love to tell people, man. Just because I suck at basketball.
But you already know the reception.
Yeah. But I dress like a hooper, so it's still, top 5 Atlanta artists.
Woo, artists ever, no matter
Ever. No matter the genre, no matter not genre, generation. Genre too, but generation.
Yeah, T.I.'s my favorite.
Thank you.
Artist of all time.
Thank you.
Rapper. Yeah, Tip.
My single mom made him my imaginary dad. So, yeah, that's what's up.
Yeah, Tip, Outkast, of course.
Tri-Cities High School, gotta know them.
There you go,
Yep.
Outkast. A lot of people, what is it? Lord forgive me. I always get
He finna butcher some shit.
Gap Band and SOS Band mixed up.
Ooh.
SOS Band. I don't know if Gladys Knight and the Pips count as it.
Gladys Knight gotta be Atlanta, bro.
Yeah,
That gotta be. The Pips, I don't know about. We won't know them, but Gladys Knight for sure.
Man, I feel like I want to throw like a curveball. I'm trying to think of.
You already got soul. You got your some rap in there.
Yeah.
Who knew? Say somebody new. You got some old school rap in there. Who you like newer? It don't have to be like super new. It could be like 2010s, whatever.
I'm gonna throw because I work with him and OG MACO because my life wouldn't be. I got
Rest in peace, OG Mac, man. Damn, man. Give me
a lot of trends there.
Yeah.
You're gonna give him credit.
Oh yeah, and they won't. You know why? Because he was a truth teller. And sometimes when you speak a certain way, you make a lot of enemies. And sometimes them enemies don't give a fuck if you die or live. So, what's your top 2 Atlanta dances? I know you got some.
Atlanta dances? Mm-hmm. Oh man, it's so crazy as a SWATs guy. The people up being an East Side dancer.
Ooh, that's it.
Ooh. You can do it to every spot. For the West Side.
You speed them up. You got them officer. Okay.
For the West Side, I'm gonna go to Food Palace.
Hey, so funny story about that shit. My uncle, who's currently doing life in prison right now, he killed somebody, bought some cocaine or some shit like that. Yeah, it's a stupid thing to do. Either way, he was involved as far as what you know how niggas be like, bro, I know Thug, bro, I be with Baby and them, bro. He was one of them niggas. So he was like around when they was making that shit, so he feels like he's connected to that shit. I just remember him doing that shit all my childhood. So, okay, let's talk about your role though, bro. Because that's what initially attracted me to you the first time I ever met you. We were at some show. I don't know what show that was. Was it a band or a single artist? It might have been the Kenny Mason show.
Yeah, so we had a collective, but it wasn't a group. It was just like, it's kind of like how Black Hippie.
Yeah.
Kenny, Sean, and David and Dave.
100%. And I remember just being like, that's the nigga from TikTok. That's the nigga from Twitter. I gotta go say what's up. You know what I'm saying? Because I respect everything you do as far as, even like I said, just bringing family to the forefront. Like, we don't have a lot of people. I'm 27, so it's not that big of a gap. It's more so just like, I don't see a lot, even just my peers, we don't have a lot of us who champion being a father, who champion having a family, who champion having one woman, you know what I mean? And just taking care of home and shit like that. So it's just always good when you see somebody in the underground space that knows the same people that's moving the way you moving. So I want to talk about your role in the underground community, whether direct or you just supporting Stevo ENT.
Yeah.
What, talk to me about that, man.
Yeah.
That's more of a direct support system for artists, so talk to me about that.
Yeah, at first it was a different name. It was Glory and Brew. That's when I had
Say it one more time.
Glory and Brew. So it was named after my mom. I forgot what the Glory actually means something, maybe Latin or something, but Glory is my mom's name. So that was my man's recovery when I had OG MACO. But then stopped working with him around 2016 or so, and I still had OG Parker. So like things.
Shout out OG Parker.
Yeah, things slowed down for me a bit, and then when I things started getting motion again. I created Stevo Entertainment.
Just to try to get more foundation under what you was trying to do.
Yeah, correct. And so that under that umbrella at the time, OG Parker, Sakura, Tessa Pastel, Romano, Heavy the Chevy. Yeah, and then Candace Mims, the songwriter.
How'd you run into Sakura, bro? Because I remember seeing her around, but then seeing her, take certain steps and even just go as far to acquire somebody like you. Yeah. What would you say led her to you? What made y'all kind of gel?
Yeah, hey, every client I've ever had in the music business came like by either relation of a client I was working with or someone around. And my brother Noah's Art.
Good old Noah's Ark. That was my boy. Shout out to you, boy.
Yeah, so he actually discovered Kenny Mason, however he did it. And they were already all cool. So the people you saw, that whole Daniel, David, Soccer, they all knew each other some kind of way. David and Soccer actually went to elementary school together. But,
Shout out David. David.
So as he found Kenny and misled and things like that, he just was like, Stevo, I found these kids.
That's exactly what he said. He'd be like, yo, I got this fucking guy, bro. I got.
So he was like, they're all amazing. And Kenny was like, that was his. Like, he was like, I got kids.
Yeah.
You know, we all helped each other out. And he's not like anybody you rock with. I'm like, she's amazing.
Right.
And we all sat down and met and just, you saw how we were doing, and we just been rocking.
Man, that's beautiful. That's beautiful, man. Talk to me about Earth Gang. You got a relationship with them?
Yeah. So, South to Southwest Atlanta.
Yeah.
High school.
Yeah.
So, me, Noah, got Sully, Riggs, and my guy Holly. We all had a house in Southwest Atlanta.
I remember going over there.
Yeah, the crew house.
Yeah. That's funny story. That's the first time I met Kenny Mason. We were over there shooting some kind of promo.
Was it Kenny back then?
So I don't know if it was. So no, Kenny.
No, that was a different house. If you met Kenny at a house, they had one off Deal Avenue.
That was it. So it was like a promo for something. It was like a promo for like something they were doing, like a commercial or something.
So that sounds right. Yeah, so that's right for that kid.
Okay, cool.
This is 2013.
Oh shit.
So the kids stuff was like 18.
Shit. Yeah. Okay.
So the crew house we had off Heritage Valley, and that's in my district.
Hey, we gonna get into it.
So, yeah, we had a house in that neighborhood, and they're from the areas they went to Hampton, them and JID. So they came
Shout out
from Hampton. So, I finished school in 2012. I think they maybe a year behind me, 2013.
Okay.
So they were coming home, and they got a spot in the same
Oh, so I know that link up.
Yeah.
I was 2016, so as soon as some of the homies get a crib, then some of the other homies get a crib. Now we okay.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So being in the Atlanta scene, being in music, and then I forgot how we connected, but a lot of people were like, Earth Gang's come back home. Link with them. And they just so happened to move basically next door. And when they moved back, link. But look where we are at Cap Kirk Studios. Shelly.
Yeah. First thing she said to me was.
I think she was phase 2. So with Shelly and just a family.
That shit is awesome. That shit is awesome.
Came out from school.
Yeah.
We put them on like one of their first shows.
Yeah.
In the city.
Damn.
Like, all rap. I heard music. It was like, that's how I did it. I went to Clark Atlanta, and I had a homegirl with the band. Today. And she put me on Earth Gang.
Yeah.
And I was like, I gotta be.
Cause that's some like fan to fan shit. Like Earth Gang ain't like, they got a real swag about them that's niche, So if you know, especially been at an HBCU, that's where you're gonna hear about somebody like Earth Gang. Yeah. Yo, I know these, you listen to Earth Gang? Who Earth Gang? We put you on.
They stick their name too.
Yeah.
It was early on, everybody was like, y'all gotta change.
Nah, because it sounds super crystally, right? Super like, but when you really get into them, bro, it's like, that shit's dope, man. Like, be yourself. That's what I'm all about.
And they're not running away from that either.
Right,
like,
they embrace that shit.
Does yoga, Ian does all the anime, creative stuff, and they have their Earth Day.
Have they collabed at all with Erica at all?
I'm not sure.
We gotta piece that together, bro.
But Black, Eric, and Mary Moreva, that's their whole.
That whole eccentric black man, that shit, y'all gotta. Okay, now let me ask you a more serious question, right? Because I know this isn't district specific, but how can we as entertainers, what can we expect from you as our councilman representative, man? Like, we gonna show up, we gonna vote for you, but what can we expect, right? I'm not speaking for everybody else. I'm speaking specifically for the entertainers because we look up to you. We feel like you one of us, so what can we expect from you, man?
No, absolutely. It's just creating initiatives and legislation that supports the creative
community.
Right. I don't think there has been anyone on city council that truly comes from our community.
Of course not.
Yeah, and then even the last election for mayor, there was something around the ordinances around shutting studios down and stuff like. And I'm not saying they were aiming
just based on probably.
They're close to the living quarters and colleges.
Oh, so they.
So they were trying to shut down different performance venues, studios, and trying to create ordinances around, like even people who have studios in their homes.
Yeah.
Like just trying to basically get them shut down.
Yeah.
And we all understand you have to respect, the sound if you live in the neighborhood or you're close to home. But at the same time, there's a value to understand it. When you live in Atlanta, creativity.
Go rap.
And this is part of our economy.
Yeah, no cap. Yeah.
You have a good relationship, and having somebody like me on the council who understands that.
Yeah, bro.
I'm a meeting that supports the entertainment.
Yeah.
And also, gets with homeowners and residents and let them know, like, look, we understand, but there's a value here that helps all of us.
Man, that's beautiful, bro. That's beautiful. And I wanted to ask that first, mostly because, like, this is a music platform, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like mostly when we see politicians, man, they cater to a certain age demographic. They cater to a certain type of person, if you get what I'm saying.
I see why that is, too.
Sure. But at the same time, it's like, who do they think we finna be? Because in a minute, they're gonna be like, well, ain't voting. Why not? Because we don't know who to vote for. Like our parents so they got their people, they got their side of things that they believe in, man. We don't have, foundationally, we don't have anybody that we can trust. Anybody that says, hey, I'm gonna do X, Y, and Z, and does A, X, Y, and Z. So again, just starting with a question like that is super important for me. I appreciate the answer. Where exactly, is District 11? Give me the borders, man.
Yeah, absolutely. So District 11, there's a lot of districts that make up several different areas.
Of course.
But the entirety of District 11 is in Southwest Atlanta. So I don't have the entire Southwest Atlanta.
So most of the SWATs
is entirely District 11. I mean Southwest Atlanta, excuse me.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I have Dingle, Camden Road area, down there by Camden Road, the county line is about where it is on that end. I have Cascade Road to John A. White Park, all the way back to about where the Publix is off 285.
Okay.
You have the Atlanta part of Camp Creek, so the Southwood and East Point there, but
Hey,
the
man.
Atlanta part is District 11.
I know y'all got some money down there. Y'all better get with the program, man.
They do.
Yeah.
And I'm Nisky Lake, and then I have parts of Nisky Lake. There's part of Nisky Lake that's South Fulton, but most of it.
Yeah, y'all be trying to act like, hey, y'all better get with the man. Okay.
Park area. So I was gonna say Camden Road.
No, I was gonna say, give me some landmarks. How do we, cause I know where
Greenbrier
about.
Mall, can't you do that? Greenbrier area.
Ooh, Greenbrier. I just seen you a video of you over there talking to somebody. Okay. People want to feel connected to you, man. What's your favorite way to interact with the people in your community? Is it, how do you,
There's no specific way. I love all of them.
What's your favorite way though?
In person.
In person? Shaking hands, kissing babies.
Yeah, I'm really enjoying door knocking, man. Knock on people's doors, especially in this climate where people have rings. A lot of people have anxiety around answering doors. And, for safety reasons, I really understand.
They see a in a suit, they like, I don't owe you nothing. What you want?
When I'm door knocking, I'm not wearing a suit.
Oh, okay. Okay, cool. Even then, it's like, well, who the f are you? Like, okay.
I always make sure, especially with rings, I always make sure to show my hands, always look in the demeanor.
Yeah.
But that's my favorite part because when people actually step outside and they want to hear from you and explain to you the problems they have, or even things that are going well, they want to make sure I love that. The fact that they felt comfortable enough to step outside and talk to me, that's the best.
What's some of the first things people want to know when they say, oh shit, okay, well, how you doing, Mr. Dingle? What they want to know? What's the first thing they want to know?
Ironically, and look, I love my councilwoman, Marcy Overstreet, so this is no shade to her. But a lot of times, even when it's older people, when I knock on the door and tell them I'm running for Atlanta City Council in their area, the first thing is, I don't even know who my council person is.
Bingo.
Even if they know my name, they'll say, I never even met
That's
them.
what this is all about. That's what this is all about. This is an unbiased way to say, hey, here's somebody who's gonna be in charge of you in however long. You might wanna get to know him. Hell, vote for him. See what he got to say. I'm gonna ask him some questions from a young perspective. All y'all gotta do is listen, man, and just, and pick up what we're putting down. You see what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
What should we look for and expect from any candidate who ends up winning in District 11, man?
Man, just accountability and transparency. For me, you want people to truly serve you and your needs and wants in the community. Everybody wants Atlanta to continue to be this thriving international city, but you got to take care of the people who help make the city what it is. And as Atlanta grows, there's a lot of attraction that you can tell. We're on the international stage, trying to showcase.
Where's Six Flags at? Six Flags over there, or is
it's right there? But that's all still.
Oh, then I don't know what the f I'm talking about. Okay.
No, but it's right there. I think it touches Atlanta.
Okay, cool.
In Cobb County. But yeah, man, it's just you just want to hold your members accountable and understand what they do. City council controls the budget. So Atlanta just passed the most expensive budget in Atlanta since $3 billion.
Based on what though?
It's just the needs. So every department comes and presents their needs, and they explain to City Council, hey, I'm the Department of Transportation. Hey, I'm the Department of Public Works, Park and Recreation. We operate, and I'm throwing numbers out.
Sure.
Hey, Parks and Rec, we need $20 million a year to function to make sure all parks are safe, are clean, you can hire staff, blah, blah, blah. And then they may say, hey, we had $20 million last year, we need 25 for additional. And City Council may say, you know what?
That.
Yeah, they may say, matter of fact, you can do it on the 18th.
Yeah.
It's up to us to decide what's what. And then once you get all the departments and determine what budget is what, then you say the city budget is $3 billion.
Damn.
So your department has to present their case.
That's a hell of a job to want to go get, my brother.
Yeah, for sure. Then, of course, we're all kind of the mayors of our own district as well. So before you get to the mayor, you kind of want to check with your city council person. Because then when you get to the mayor, they're going to ask, well, did you talk to city council? So we're kind of, if your wheel's broken on your trash can and you can't get in contact with public works, you can have a relationship with your council person say, I got you. I'll get your case on
It's a lot. It's somebody right now who listening to this in the car who just hit a pothole, who just hit a pothole.
Potholes.
And they don't know who the f to talk to. They don't know if they should call the police, call the firemen, So listen, man. Steven Dingle is the one you should DM. You hit that pothole. Steven, what the man?
Yep. And I'm saying it's our job to fix the pothole, but it's our job to hold Department of Transportation.
Right, and so we can get budgets for certain things. Okay, so we getting it. We getting
You
it.
don't need to know everybody.
Right.
You know your council person.
Right. District 11, man. We got Steven Dingle in the motherfucking building, man. How can we cast our vote with no pressure, man? How can we do that? How can we go out and cast our vote?
Yeah. Vote is easy. The only thing you got to make sure
Is it online? Is it in person?
Yeah, it's all in person.
Okay. So let me get your ass up.
Yeah. If your ID still says like you're in college somewhere and your ID says you live in the district, of course you can still mail in the ballot that way. Just like you do in a presidential election.
Okay.
But besides that, it's in person.
Okay.
So you just go, I forgot the website, forgive me, but if you just Google Atlanta polling site,
Okay. It'll be linked below this shit. Don't worry.
Yeah, Atlanta polling site, and you type in your address, and it tells you where your polling location is.
Okay.
And our early voting is October 4th.
I was gonna say, when we vote?
Election date is November 4th. That's the one day, November 4th.
So election day is November 4th, but when are voting season or sessions
Yeah,
over?
so early voting is the last 2 weeks of October.
Okay.
October 14th through the 31st, you can vote any of those days. You got 2 weeks.
Okay.
But then with
Last 2 weeks of October, you f***heads.
Voting day, November 4th, is like election day, but your vote still counts just the same if you vote early, October 14th through the 31st.
Okay. Right now, I want to do something quick before we get into this rapid fire. Bring me that prop right quick. This, my good sir, is my high school discipline report. So flip around through that. The good stuff is in the back. So
Okay. So the first thing on here, am I allowed to say it?
say whatever you want. Say whatever you.
The first thing is rude disrespect. Like, the first thing. This is short-term out of schoolroom conduct, behavior, physical injury to you or to someone else.
Probably to somebody else.
So I'm looking at unacceptable behavior, substitute. Oh, we all got it.
Yeah.
You got some?
We threw that. You hear me?
I'm
Nah.
about to read this one.
Read all of it. Read whatever you want.
Trevon pushed another student into the locker and called him gay. Another student Trevon called him a bitch.
Hey man, one thing about it, I was a fatherless child.
This high school.
I was a fatherless child, bro.
Oh, man.
You gotta help the community.
This thing is long.
Yo, it's thick.
I'm
Tell
talking
them.
about the good stuff.
Yo, it's in the back.
I'm on the fourth page.
Look at them
Right.
paragraphs down there. They starting to get tweaked out, man.
Oh my God. Trevon said, don't hate, masturbate in class. After I asked him to put away his Takis. He asked me to lick his finger.
Hey.
All of them, any one of them.
Oh shit.
Oh.
Give him one more. Give him one more.
Okay, now I gotta look around.
Damn.
Just type in
there.
Because they're talking about you're
Yeah, they like, yo, get this out of here.
being late.
Yeah.
People sleeping in class and would not follow directions to wake up. I'm asleep.
Yo, how I'm gonna wake up if I'm asleep? Hello.
Okay, here we go. Student yelled, he's gonna freeze his balls off with a video on Russia. This all class disruption. The fact that they connected freeze with Russia, like not Russia, it's freeze.
I'm just thinking for the people. I'm thinking what everybody else thinking. I just don't got no filter. I'm in the back of the class. Hey, this finna freeze his nuts off.
Hey.
Trayvon, get out.
Geography. That's geography.
Damn.
They had to make sure to include the Russia part.
Damn.
It's like, well, the
Yo,
content,
I'm clearly smart enough to be in these AP classes. They
the
just.
fact that they included that, that's brilliant.
Let me get that back. I said all that
That's
to
a rap
say.
sheet though, bro. That's a rap.
And that's stuff I got come for, you know what I mean? So look, right? You mentioned that you decided to do substitute teaching in APS. I want to get into that, man. What was it like dealing with kids firsthand as a substitute teacher? Because it's not the regular teacher. You got to get their ass to kids. So talk about that.
So I did a little bit of APS and then Clayton County. More Clayton than APS.
I was in Rexmill Middle School. Shout out Clayton County, Henry County High School, man. Shout out everybody.
My experience is just, and this is talking with people in schools, but that's part of the reason they want to do it. Before I even decided to run, I was just nosy. I'm hearing all the problems that schools are having and the struggles kids are having, especially since the pandemic. I'm like, I'm just a naturally inquisitive person. So let me see.
Can't be that bad. Yeah.
Let me see for myself. And yeah, I can't explain what was the start of it. All I can describe is my experience in school and what it is now. And my opinion is just that it's not enough discipline. And now, when I say, I'm not talking about spanking or something like that, but the kids, it's almost as if administration, not even teachers so much, because you're not supported by the administration. It's
Don't give them, yeah.
It's almost like people are scared of the kids. Like, even the fact to be able to walk around with headphones, the big headphones, like, you don't, our first priority is keep these kids safe.
If you can't hear the fire
alarm, like Keisha, come back.
Yeah,
It's a fire.
Hey, watch out, Keisha.
Like,
Yeah.
The fact that they're allowed to walk around with headphones and even dress code stuff as simple as hats.
Mm-hmm.
People may say, because I used to wear hats every day. With social media, I was wearing a hat. I was like at the school, but I always knew I had it in my hand. It was on the desk. It's just about preparing these kids for the world. And the way these kids like to just walk around with like wearing anything as simple as the ski mask and all that.
I don't see how that shit got.
Yeah, it's not about you being able to wear it and it getting in the way of your education.
Right.
It's about structure.
Right.
And like even the fact that they don't use lockers anymore. The fact that we would go in between classes and stop it on locker, it was time management.
Wait, what the fuck is going on with
They
this?
just had the clear book bags.
No.
A Chromebook and the laptop. So no student in between classes goes to lockers. But I'm like, even that, I'm recognizing these kids don't understand what it means to
Be responsible.
Yeah. Be responsible.
Damn, and get to class on time.
Yeah. Even physically writing. Like, because it's different for us when we had to write a word so many times or even write a paper.
What you saying, like they type in everything?
Now when you're typing or using the computer,
Yeah.
it tells you when the word is spelled.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
Now when you have to write something,
Yo.
you don't have that. But it's not their fault. Kids are capable.
Yeah, kids,
We have
exactly.
to raise our standards back.
Man.
You can't just say, oh, they went through a pandemic. Let's take it easy.
Like reading is fundamental, bro, and it's not like a joke. Like seriously, you know, it's some people that's my age, bro, and you be like, you don't know how to spell Montgomery? You don't know how to spell agenda? Like what? Right? Like what the? Yo, so
So there's a lot of work around that. Standards and hold students up to it
Yeah.
and demand it from them.
Yeah.
And regardless of discipline, if you just can't get it done, then we got to inconvenience the parents.
Yep.
We got to tell them we're
Yep.
sending them home.
Because
You gotta get off work.
yeah. Now you gonna have to, that's what it was. That's what it was. They paneled me out my school at least 3 times. Yeah, you gotta get the f*** on out.
All right.
Yeah. My mom eventually was like, either you gonna get the f*** out or you gonna do what you're supposed to do.
That's it.
Compass.
Oh man, yeah.
Yeah, man. What inspired you to write it? And then, talk about, I guess, the releasing of it, the reception of it.
Yeah. So being an author, I'm one of those people to where I never consider myself a creator. Like I've always been the behind the scenes, handle the business type of person, working directly with creators. And I watch films. I've been around musicians. I love reading books, and I was just always thinking about what is a role I can play in the world that's like, once I'm gone, is there something that I can leave here? I'm helping all these artists, but nobody's gonna know I work with MACO.
You gotta fossilize something.
Yeah, so I was at my uncle's funeral, Larry Dingle. There's full circle. He's
Rest in peace, Larry Dingle, man.
Yeah, the committee room in Atlanta City Council, City Hall is named after him.
Wow.
So
And you got a legend, man.
Yeah, that Dingle name.
Yeah, man.
So I was sitting at his funeral, and the first poem of the book is titled Satellites, and I was just writing something dedicated to him, sitting in the funeral.
Yeah,
and I just
man.
wrote it, and as I wrote it, I went home, I just wrote more. And I wrote it over like maybe a year or so, but that was the first poem, and I was like, I can put something
That's fucking
together.
tight, man.
Yeah, and the reception has been amazing. The support I received from it, especially someone like poetry,
Yeah.
nobody would even connect me to that, but the reception has been amazing.
That's the tight part about it, bro. Like, who gives a that's cool, man. Like, I ain't gonna lie, like no glazing shit, bro. You like a well-rounded individual, bro.
I truly try to be, and that's why I try to encourage, kids on this campaign trail, really even before campaigning.
Yeah.
Is that the more tools you add to the toolbox, man, the more blessed you can be to someone else outside of even equipping yourself to just be a better individual.
Hey, man, touche. I want to ask you too. Just what's next for Stevo A&T, man? Like I heard you. You got a lot of connections. You know a lot of people, and you're doing what you can, but you also have a lot going on with your candidacy. So it's like, how do you plan on balancing that? What's next for Stevo, man?
Yeah, right now it's kind of taking a back burner. I haven't retired from music, but the campaign is really what I'm focused on.
Okay.
So for Stevo, we won't know until the results of the election.
Yeah.
So right now, it's going steady. I know Soccer just dropped a new song a month ago. That's the newest thing. Still, working with producers a little bit, but I'm not gonna lie, the campaign is the focus. But
I appreciate the honesty, bro.
Yeah, but like if we still need to make plays, you still need no booking, get in contact with somebody, you still need a studio, want to work. It's still the same Rolodex is here. But like I said, I'm not retired.
Yeah.
But the campaign is.
Is number one right now.
Yeah.
Okay. How do we connect with Stevo if we need him, man? Drop your socials for us, man.
Yeah, man. I can be found everywhere. First of all, the website is Dingle for Atlanta.
Dingle for Atlanta.
Dingle for
That's gonna be right below. Y'all make sure y'all tap in.
Absolutely. And then social media is all Dingle for Atlanta. Instagram,
Okay.
TikTok, Twitter is Dingle for ATL. Atlanta was too long. But as long as you type in Dingle for Atlanta or Steven Dingle for Atlanta, you're gonna find me on any social media: YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook.
Okay, beautiful, beautiful. So this last little part I love to do is called rapid fire. I'm gonna ask you some questions. It's gonna be one word or a yes or no style answer. and we're gonna get up out of here.
All right.
All right, let's go. What year was the Olympic Games held in Atlanta?
1996.
Boy, you better know something. Best part of your day?
Morning.
Morning time, why?
I'm a morning guy. I'm like
Just that
I feel
fresh,
like,
good-
Wake up late, the days are catching. Like 7 o'clock. I'm up and at.
Favorite Georgia sports team?
Falcons.
Ooh, you are an angry man. You like Legos?
Average wise.
Okay, as much as the next guy.
Yeah.
Looking at, okay, what do you call a cow with no legs?
Oh my God. Oh my God. It's the oldest joke in the book.
But do you know the answer?
God, I don't know.
Ground beef. How many innings in an NBA? How many innings in an MLB game?
9.
Okay, would you rather be a bald eagle or a wolf?
Bald eagle.
Wow. Looking at us. Yo, Steven Dingle, man.
Oh man.
Thank you, man. Thank you, man. It means everything, man. Hey, y'all at home, make sure y'all go vote last 2 weeks of October, man. I'm mahalomeyoshi. This is Steven Dingle. This is another episode of Miyoshi Radio, man. Y'all take it easy. See ya. That's a motherfucking reset. Shit went smooth. Look over there. Now look back over here. I'm pulling up, I'm doing work, I'm getting the fuck out of there. Hey, you niggas catch up, man. Mahalomeyoshi, all
Mr.
2026.
Miyoshi. Access
See ya.
granted.